Hello everybody, how is everyone doing today? Kinda have some lo-fi. It's lo-fi video game beats I found. I'm trying to get the... Give me a sec while I figure out how this sounds. Alright, so let's see how this sounds now. I know, it's you could hear a bit of an echo for a second. So I'm trying to equalize out the music. Alright. I think it's good. But yeah, today we're going to be building some Gundam models. I got some new models in, and I wanted to show off a little bit. So, we're going to be using, I don't really have a desk mat per se for this. So I've got my Soren playmat from, this is from, this is the Japanese art from War of the Spark that Ultra Pro put out. And so Got some tools, tweezers, knife in case I need it. Don't think I'm gonna need it though. And then my normal toolkit. I know the box is cracked. I've tried gluing it, but set of older model, I think at this point, Citadel clippers, a mold line remover, and if I need them for anything, I've got a Citadel drill, older style, and some old Citadel plastic glue, which smells. So I really don't want to have that open too long. I'm gonna put the box off to the side. So, got 3 Gundams I can work on. Uh, the Gundams themselves are as follows. I'm going to show them in the reverse order of what we're going to build them in. So first is Dragon Gundam. This guy is going to be the last one we build. His kit is a big box. And I'm going in release order when I do these. So the second one, Gundam Maxter, Neo America's Gundam, the Superstar, and finally, the one we're building today, we're going to work on, Gundam Rose, Neo France's Knight. If you don't know what series this is from Mobile Fighter G Gundam. It's actually my favorite Gundam series. Another Gundam from it, which I have him right here. Let me grab him real quick. Gotta be gentle with him. Try to keep his pose. Here is the real grade variant of God Gundam, or Burning Gundam as the dub would have you believe his name to be. And we'll actually have a real grade variant of Shining Gundam come June, but Premium Bandai Namco, the company that makes them, put out premium. They do sometimes their stuff is on premium website, P Bandai. Oh, hi Sleezes. Yeah, I've got Rose is actually the one I'm going to be starting on today. Cuz he was the first one out, and with him being the first one out, I wanted him to be the first one that I worked on. Maxter will be second, which here's Maxter again. And then third will be Dragon. Oh, I've seen it on the box of a bit of the gimmick with Maxter, or well, each of their gimmicks. So I'm excited for Rose's gimmick, and I'm honestly, I'm so I'll go ahead and say this. This was a pretty penny for all 3 of these. It's about 318 to get all 3 of them together. But considering Rose itself and Maxter can go anywhere from about 100, could go upwards of 125 plus on eBay. And while Dragon is still in pre-order stages, a little bit extra on Dragon's part, just to be able to get all 3 of them. Yeah, I decided to go ahead and bite the bullet and get the Dragon that they had in this bundle pack with Rose and Maxter. Have them go ahead and build them ahead of time before Bolt shows up, because since they're going through the Shuffle Alliance, Bolt's got to be the next one. Alright, so go ahead and put Rose's top over here out of my way. And I've already opened this just to make sure everything was good whenever I got it from the seller. So I've got all the sprues. Yeah. No, trust me, I rewatch Mobile Fighter G regularly, so I understand the love. And that's why I'm honestly happy about building these 3 and Shining Gundam's real grade when it comes in. But yeah, the fact of 195 for just Maxter, considering I got all three of these for about 300, it's honestly a good deal. So, now I'm going to do something that a lot of people probably don't, and, well, I don't know if they do or not. I open up all the sprues and get them out so I can see their letters. Throw this plastic over here. Because I know some people just open them as they go, and they need them. But I like being able to flip through the sprues. It's a weird little habit. I don't know why. A few tiny sprues. Alright. Oh. Okay, this bag isn't like the others. I'm just gonna use a knife on this one then. But yeah, I figure Bolt will come next, and then they might do other countries, or they might do the normal Shuffle Alliance. So I'm kind of hoping... Yeah, the articulation on Shining should be good. I honestly got mine on pre-order through USA Gundam store. I put it, I bought it the same time I bought an SD Shining Gundam and Metal Garurumon. Oh, RG Master would be great. Honestly, though, if they're doing real grade for Master, I'd prefer real grade with Master and Fu and Psyche. So we could have, similar to the high grade kit, that way we could have both Master and Fu and Psyche together. And then we could also, it would upgrade God Gundam retroactively. Because little retroactive upgrades to kits would be great. Either that, or maybe a real grade Nobel would be nice. Considering Nobel sells out like hotcakes every time it gets put on a website. Between it and the Berserk mode, they both sell out. I still don't have my high grade Berserk. I have normal, but not high, but not I mean, it shows its age, but that's because they're starting to get better with the high grades. Like honestly, God was one of the first high grades they made for this one, and it shows its age. Just getting to their most recent one that they put out to the public, which was the Death Beast. The Death Beast makes it to where it's like, huh, God Gundam, you're really showing your age here, buddy. Alright, so first is building the body. It looks like the first piece is going to be a D3. Let's see. Okay, so it's this piece right here. Get my clippers in there. Ah, I nicked a little bit of the plastic. A little more than I wanted to, but make it a little, give it a little bit of character. Yeah, okay, so looking at it, I'll have to have it orientated like that. This is sheet B. Sheet E is the blue sheet. Okay. Let's see, where are the numbers? 2 and 3 is what I need. Ah, found them. Right up here. The opposite side from where the letter E is on the sheet. Nice. Okay. Oop. What was that? Oh, Sleezus, thank you for subscribing. Welcome, as I call it, the Vampire Army. Okay, so... okay, so this little piece has to go inward. So this will be on here. And then this one will be on this side. I need to... I've got two things watching. Got my OBS and YouTube, and I'm used to gaming, so I've had them on both one screen. I can actually move them to two screens now because of this. Okay, there we go. So there's those two pieces for part one of step one. Then the A sheet. That's this white one. Okay, so I need 14. There you are. Oh, that's fine. I hope you enjoy the VOD when you get to watch it back again. 'Cause I'm definitely gonna enjoy building. Just trying to get used to staying inside the camera. Okay. Okay, that piece is gonna be fun for a second. There we go. There we go. Move A back over here. I've got a little too many over there. Okay, so this one orientates like this. And of course I dropped it right as I had it orientated. Okay, so right like that. Alright. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay, and it shows I forgot about it showing the symbols right above it. Okay, so next we need A16. God, okay, so right there. Usually they're in sequential somewhere. You just gotta figure out the little bitty sequence to it. Alright, there's 16. And then we need a B number and an F. This is the B sheet, the black sheet. So I'll... And I don't have the numbers facing me. Of course I don't. Okay. Okay. While the light is decent in my room for this, where... I thought I had a pen light here somewhere. I was going to use the pen light to kind of help alleviate, because the eyes are starting to strain. There it is. Found it. Yeah, that's a bit bright for stream, so I'm gonna try to mitigate it by putting it through my fingers. So I need a B24. Okay, so the sheet. Okay, found it. It's right here on the sheet. I brought another lamp in as a just in case. So I might turn it on, because the original lamp, yeah, the original lamp that's in the room doesn't seem to have much light. So give me 1 second while I turn this other lamp on. That's definitely a bit brighter. Oh yeah, that's definitely a bit brighter. Okay, so the next piece I need is an F piece. That's E, D. Alright, so it's probably one of these small sprues. That's a G. F. Okay, so F is the red one. And there's a C, and there's C. Okay. So C is a black one too, but it's small. Okay, so F is F3. It's right there, up by the top. There we go. Move that sprue over there. Trying to get it to where you guys can see most of what I'm doing. Okay, so looking at it, this needs to go like this. The white kind of has to sit a certain way. And then I need the B1. There's a certain way it's showing it. And I just dropped the white piece. Bumblebee finger. Okay, so let me pull this up where I can read it a bit easier. Make sure that the right parts parts are facing the right way and in the right positions. Wait, okay. So, whenever it mentions that, you gotta like really take a good look at the thing, because the piece is a bit weird. Okay, so I've got it right how it needs to be, and it needs to go on down here at the bottom one. There we go. And then the red piece looks like it goes like this. There we go. And then we need an A15. Okay, so that's getting back to the white sprue. Right here. About middle of the sheet again. Oh, looks like one of the other pieces. So, sometimes I just wiggle them off, see if excess sprue comes off with it. Because if it does, I can just snip it off or shear it off with, because yeah, right there, a little bit of excess came off. We'll just clean that up. There we go. Alright. And I dropped the piece again. Oh, I dropped it right into position. Alright. So, there we go. There's that. With the little wiggly black bit. So we've gotten through at least the first row on step 1. I'm going to try to push this up a bit more. Okay, so we go around the back of this. And it's meant to fit in right here. Okay, there we go. There we go. And the front of Gundam Rose's body. Alright, so now we need from the B sheet. That's the big black sheet. There we go. It looks like we need two B12s. Going to be honest, I'm going to keep pulling this one up to my face. Okay, so they're over here. And they're right side by side, because otherwise people would get them confused for other parts sometimes. Alright. There we go. Both pieces in my hand. And since they're interchangeable, that means it doesn't matter which one I put which side. I just gotta make sure they're orientated right when putting them in. Alright. Then go over here. And that works. Now we need F2 and B25. So we'll grab the B1 first. B25. Okay, so 25 is right here. If I'm correct, it is. Okay, so. $25. And then A, D, E. Oh, wait. F was the small red sheet. Okay, so 2 is right there. It's up towards the top. So now this one, kind of watch it, because there's a piece that it's going to want. And you could snip. It's very... There we go. It's very tiny on the back of it right there. That someone could easily snip that. Alright, and then looking at it, you put it in... Okay, let me grab this a bit closer. Okay, yeah. You have this facing kind of like to where you have the shiny part instead of the hollowed out part towards the front of this. And then just, there we go. And it goes on top right here. Oh, there's a little excess flash right there, I just noticed. Let me just, okay. So then it goes in right here. There we go. And then we need E6 for the back. E is this blue piece, okay? And 6 is right here. And we need it orientated like so. Gotta make sure there's some satisfying clicks. And once they're all clicked into place, there we go. Okay, so that's the body. Okay, yeah, so we've already gotten through with the body. The next piece is the head, which is going to be one line right up here. And it does look like it mentions stickers, so we'll go ahead and put the sticker sheet up there. E1, A3. Okay, so E1. It's this one right here. This one is a bit, it looks like A3 has a sticker that goes on it, so we'll... Let's see. That right there. That right there. There is E1, and then A3. It's gonna be up here. It's right here. Do a little twist turn. Okay, so next there is a sticker on the back of this, it says. And you can notice it says that right here. And it says, it'll actually give you, can't see it well, it gives you, normally it's a symbol, this time it's a number. So on this sheet, I've got a fan on also in the background, and it just blew the sheet right up against me when I'm trying to do stuff. Okay, so it says it needs number 3, so we're gonna grab tweezers, and it goes right. Okay, there's a very, my camera's not that good to see this with, but there is a very little spot right there that the sticker's gonna go, and the 3 sticker is actually this green one down here. So going to get it to raise up just ever so slightly so I can get this. Okay, I'm going to pull this a bit closer so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, got the sticker now. Sticker sheet, why? Why would you do that? Okay, and then just ever so carefully only downside about stickers, sometimes where they're so small, you gotta just move stuff around to get it to work. So like, it wasn't fully in spot, so now I gotta just move it into spot with the tweezers. And just use the tweezers to press down on it, just ever so slightly. So that it sticks. And there we go. We now have a little shiny green piece there. Now we can attach E1 to it. To make this little blue piece. So next we go up here, and there's another piece with a sticker. It's going to use these eyes that are on here. That's sticker number 1. Okay, so it uses A6 and F4. So A6 we need anyway, so we'll grab it first. It's over here. It's this little piece over here. It's very tiny. Alright. Got it? Okay, so like there. In comparison to the shirt, that's how tiny it is. And then F4, F is of course this sheet, so 4 we've been taking from the top, so it's up there. Alright. So now, this, if we want to make this a bit easier, we can attach this little guy in right here. To go ahead and have him attached into the head where he's supposed to go. Now we just need to get the eyes on before we put the mouth plate on. So, again, what we did last time, kind of bend the paper a little bit to get the sticker. I always try to go for the right side of the sticker. I don't know why. There, got it. So now, okay, so orange is just part of the design. Now there is a very small place you want to place this down at. It's right there. Well, it's most of the red spot, but it's just, if you want it in the right spot, it's right there. Now he's got his eyes. And we'll put his mouth on next. And now we'll finish up a little more with A4. It's right there. Looks like A4 doesn't have another sticker, so there we go. And then we just kind of pop it in. And there's his head for the most part. There's still a little bit more. So the first part here is, looks like there's 2 F pieces. They're both called F7s. So since 4 was here, these are probably 5s, 6s. Okay, 7s are these itty bitty pieces right here. And these are 8s, it looks like. Yeah. So it's these itty bitty pieces. So very hard, very easy if you want that you could destroy these. Or in the case of what I just did, drop. Okay, there it is. It dropped really quickly. So on the second one, I'm going to try to put my hand underneath it. The second one didn't pop out immediately, so that's a thing. But these also have stickers on them. These very tiny pieces. So now, let me look at the sheet. Stickers are 4. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look where they're supposed to go. In the sides of his head. And we're going to place the plastic first. don't know which direction they're supposed to go. They're such tiny pieces that it's kind of hard to see. I think I've almost got it, but it just needs to spin a little bit. Because it's not wanting to go in there fully. So I'm thinking it's more like... Nope. That's completely the opposite. So I need to spin him upside down for a second while I do this. This is going to be easier. Ah, almost. It kind of... And the piece got away from me. Alright. I'm going to try this with the tweezers. If I can pick it up with the tweezers. Nope. Okay, I see now on the plastic there's a little bit of a differentiation. So I'm going to try to use that to my advantage. There we go. So I got one. Make sure it's popped in before I celebrate too much. Alright, now the second one. This one also got excess flash though, which, considering how small these are... Alright, I'm gonna have to bring this up to my face to actually be able to see the excess. Because it's a really tiny piece. And I don't want to shave off too much. Okay, I got it. Whew. Now, if I would stop dropping stuff. The orientation on this one, I have not gotten down yet. I might have got it down in one hit. I think I did. Okay, so now it says we need sticker 4, which is this black rectangle here. There are 2 stickers in that. They are very tiny. I think most people would have actually said screw it, but some of the kits I try to get as many stickers on them as possible that they give. Yeah, there. It took it a minute. Besides getting it off there, it took it a minute just to like sit on there properly. So now I gotta get the other sticker on the other side. And these are not tweezers meant for model building. These are completely first quarter baptism. That is, you're a possible band invader, and I see that message, that is a bannable offense. Thank you for showing why I continually ban those messages. And of course the second sticker decides to just instantly come off onto the red piece, showing me up. But it's also not sticking down like the previous one did. I feel like eventually those stickers will come off and I'll never notice. Alright, let me get some of the excess stuff off the tweezers. Okay, those are dropped. Okay, so now I need an F1 and a D2. So F1 is this tiny red bit up here. So I need to be careful with it. Okay, there's F1. And it said a D2? Oh, I know what it is. So I'm going to need the yellow sheet. It is, I bet you, yep, it's that piece right there. And it is very, very fragile. These pieces are very fragile. I think I've broken these on one of an old master grade kit. There. It's very fragile and also very easy to cut. So first, put that to there. And then, there we go. Gundam Rose's head model. So, we'll just place his head right here beside the body. We have his head. Whew. I'm gonna take a drink for that. That's some Dr. Pepper. I just realized that the coaster I've got underneath my drink is not. Let me put a napkin on that. 2 napkins. The coaster's glass, so it's not meant for. I don't even know if it's a coaster. It might be an ashtray for all I know. All right, so we're gonna make the right arm. It looks like it's gonna be using another sticker, the red sticker, the upper red sticker. So first we need 2 of the A pieces, A8 and A9, and it looks like on A8 is where we build. Okay, so A8 and 9 are up here. 8 and 9 are right here. So we'll go ahead and 8 is the one that needs the sticker, so we'll grab it first. There's 8. Then we'll go ahead and grab 9, since we're right there with it. Put 9 there. Grab our sticker sheet and see where it says we're supposed to put this, because I'm not certain. Okay, so it looks like it's in there. There's a little lip right here where my tweezers are pointing that a little red strip goes. And normally, besides the eyes, they've not had a specific design. This one has a specific design, so I'm gonna try to match up the design with where it goes on the model. Because some of them have this weird, like, little. Some of the kits have a weird designs on their stickers that show exactly what you have to do with them. And this one seems to be like a small little bend on the sticker. So I'm kind of like placed it down and then tucking it to get it to sit. Because there's a, can't really see it too well, there's a black outline on the red that basically looks like a little piece that was at. So now we just plug those two together, and now put that down, put that to the side. We need the big B sheet, because we need B 3 and 2, 1 and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 up here. So we're gonna do 1 and 3. It looks like pieces of it go together, so we're gonna grab 2 first, because it looks like it's the very back piece. Figure out which way it orients. I dropped it. Okay, so it's like that. And then it looks like 3. Oh wait, no, that was 6 and 7 I pointed out. Where's 3 and 4? Oh, 3 and 4s are down here. There's 2 of each of them. Okay, so we need 1 3 and 1 4. So we'll go ahead and snip both of those out. Okay, so there's 4. Popped out. I'll put it right there by his arm. Grab 3. Looks like 3 got a little excess flash on the top of it. Right up there. So I'm going to do a quick shave. There we go. So I got that off. And now let's get 1 from up here. Alright, so now we're going to want to put them all together. So it looks like the way they say that B is orientated, or 3 is orientated. Okay, there. It's orientated like so. And then on the bottom, you want 4 to be flipped this way. So that before you put on 1, that's what the inside looks like. And then you put 1 right smack dab here. Was it like this? No, that feels wrong. Okay, flip it around. If something feels wrong, flip it around. There we go. So now that we've got that, we pick up this again, and we make sure that, so it shows a click piece, which means that a certain direction has to be applied. Okay, so the piece in question, I moved all my tools out from on top of this. Where this piece has to have this click part towards this. So we're going to place it right here. Ah, it also clicks, okay. And then we put A13 over the top of it, so we need the A sheet again. 13 is over here. Right where my finger landed. So we're gonna snip that out. And I'm hoping everyone enjoys the music too. I was kind of looking for something different than the 10-hour metal remix I usually use for opening streams. And I found a lo-fi video game kind of music. There we go. Okay. So, looks like this one goes on this way. Is there not a specific... Let's make sure that there's... Okay, so I guess there's supposed to be some room at the top, because it hasn't done much. Okay, so next we need B9 and B31. Okay. B9's right here, up at the top. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Ooh. Don't be afraid to have your hand below your model, the pieces when you're snipping, because you'll probably drop stuff. And I said the other one was B31? Ah, down here by the B's. Or by the B on it. So, I'm gonna snip, snip, and then do a little spin for the last piece. Because sometimes it brings extra sprue with it, sometimes it doesn't. This time it didn't. So now we pick up B9, point it like this, grab this, and attach it right here. And then this goes inside of here. Huh? Okay, hold on. That's definitely not far enough down. There we go. It just hadn't. It didn't want to go down. Okay, so now we've got it like that. And then we need A7. So go back to the big white sheet. 7 right here. Okay. Oh, 7's got another one of those don't clip it's because it's got a joint. Alright, and then we place this like so on top of this and make sure it clicks. Alright, and there's that so far. Next, there are 3 hands we can make, and they're all using B components. So we're going to make all 3. So the first one is B35 and 34, which is over here. So we're going to go ahead and just snip those 2 pieces out. Okay, here it is. For a second, I didn't see the hand where it had landed. Okay, so then with this hand, we just kind of look at the back of the hand because it's got its own little guide markers and put the hand together. Now we can put this hand in there to where it looks like he's kind of pointing and got his hand out. So we've got that hand. Next one is 15 and 18. Those will be around the middle of the sheet. This is 14, so 15's here, 18's right here, where my 2 fingers are. So I'll go ahead and get 18. And then 15. And it looks like this is going to be the one for if you want him to hold the saber with his right hand. Because I do believe he has a saber. Again, without dropping pieces, you can kind of just look at the back of the hand and match up where some of your pieces will match in. So this one matches in like so. And now you've got a hand to hold the saber. And the final hand is B19 and 22, which is over here. 19's here and 22's here. So we'll grab 19 and 22 roughly around the same time-ish. So 22. Drop it there. And then 19. And it seems like this is more just a balled fist, which it just has a circular bit that goes into a circular spot. For now, we're going to use the kind of pointing hand as our ha. So these two hands, we always keep the everything. So, but the easy way I do that, I put them back in here. Yeah, if I want to ever switch out pieces, I gotta look at them, but they're there, and I keep the boxes. So, all right. So next thing, that is his right arm done. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of layer him out a bit. So next is the left arm. Go back to the A sheet, and we're gonna be back to the stickers here in a second. We need 10 and 11, which are right here and here. And while doing stream, I have noticed the quality of the camera, because I am pretty close on my camera. It's at the top of my monitors, so I have been thinking about getting a new camera, but I don't think I have one on my throne. Okay, put the B sheet over here for a second. Need the tweezers for a sticker sheet. For this one right here again. For this piece. Line it up. Kind of get it off there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Didn't fully set right, so I'm gonna... Now we just kind of use the tweezers to kind of shape it to the area it needs to be in. At least for what I just did, it might have scratched the sticker a tiny bit, pulling off a little bit of the red to be a little silver, but it is on there now. So now we take this, we take the other piece if I'm not gonna fumble it, and snap them together. Now we need more of the B pieces, which I just put B over here. So we need B 6, 7, these two right here, and 3 and 4 again. Put the tweezers over here, grab my clippers. So we're gonna grab, looks like the back piece on this one is 7. So we're gonna grab 7 to start. Go ahead and grab 6 while we're over there. Three and 4. Alright. So 3 and 4 have now been kicked out. So we now figure out which one is which. This is 7. It looks like it wants us to have it like this. Might have to bring that... Oh no, the light's pretty close already. Let me see if bringing it a bit closer does anything. It certainly does light up stream a bit more. And it does light up this area a bit more. So, we'll take it. Alright, looks like, yeah, it wants it like this. And then... three, like so. And 4, like so. And then we grab this one, match it up with where it needs to go, and pop. And then the clicky spot for this one needs to go this way. Looks like. Okay, yeah. Now we need A18. Looks like it's okay. This piece over here. All right, and similar to last time, we're actually going to click this down. Okay, so it's like this, goes all the way down. Then we need the B sheet again for numbers 31 and 10. So 10's right here, and then 31 is down here again. So 31, go ahead and clip it off. It kind of just depends on the day of the week. Okay, so this, click that together, like so, and then pick this up, and it goes in like so. And then A12, got this upside down for checking numbers, so I'm just kind of, it's right here by my thumb. Similar to last time, bring it in and click. And then like last time, we have 3 separate hands. So we've got B16 and 17. Let me actually flip this to where I can see the numbers. Okay, so 16 and 17 are right here. So that's piece number 17 right there. 16 is right here. So we'll go ahead and build that one. Cut a little excess off, but again, it'll be fine. So we just match up the parts that should connect, and okay, so this is a left-handed hold for, I'm assuming, the sword. The other one is B21 and 22, which is over here. So it looks like that kind of specialty hand, or the other hand design, is kind of a specialty one for specifically the right hand. Okay, so there's one piece. The one piece. Besides the question of what do you do with your sprues, I have another question for Chad. What do you think of what... I know we don't like... I know people don't like getting political, but what does everyone think about everything that's happening with gaming right now? We're gonna use the left fist for this one, just so it's punch. But yeah, there's his other hand, and I'll put the other hand over there. Alright. But yeah, how does everyone feel about Nintendo and everything they're doing? Because myself, I know how I feel, and I know what I'm thinking. Nintendo's bringing in a golden age of something that they don't want. The golden age of gaming piracy, potentially. Because if Microsoft and Sony follow suit, yeah, they're going towards the golden age of gaming piracy. Alright, so we've clicked them all in, and now Gundam Rose has his upper body. His head, his chest, and his weird arms. They feel a bit clunky, but it might just be I'm not used to the kit yet. Yeah, I think it's just because I'm not used to the kit yet. And the pieces are all new. So, alright, so we've got the kit ready. Or we got that ready. So now it's the legs. And the legs it actually says to do twice. So, each time, I could go through one leg and then come back. Because this is mainly just the lower section of the leg. And then you do the full leg after you do one of them. I'm checking to see if I'm going to need... I am going to need my tweezers. There is a part that uses a sticker. It actually uses these red ones down here. There are two little parts. Alright, so we're going to try to build both of them simultaneous since these seem to be interchangeable ones. We are going to kind of try to label them as we go. So first off we need B5s, which are right here, and B11s, which are right here. And then one of them needs a B28 here and B26. So B28 will be the... since it was closer to my right side, but for Gundam Rose, I'll put that as the left side. And 26 will be his right side. So there's those two, 26 and 28. Now we need 5s, which the 5s are not too hard to snip. One on each. And then the 11s, which are these ones that my middle finger's under. So, if anyone is wondering why I keep spinning the sprue, is so I can get a better angle. It makes sense to me, so. Alright, so now, the way these work, we grab the backplate one. 5 is meant to be, I think, this one. So, okay, so it looks like it's meant to be like so. And then this one, so this one's a bit harder to see. So I'm going to grab my pen light again. So excuse the light for a second. Okay, okay, so it needs to be pointed like this, to where the bend goes this way. And there's that. And apparently this does the same thing, so that, and that. Alright, now we need 29 to match up with 28. So since I said 28 was over here, we'll put 29 over there. And 27 to match up with 26. That's how I'm doing it. I match up the parentheses numbers, because there are, when you're doing duplicates, they kind of just go, okay, well the other one is called this number. But I always kind of infer at that point that those parentheses numbers should go together. At least in my head they should. Alright, so then we just move it to where it works, snap it together. Move it to where it works, snap it together. Alright, so next is 27 for this one, and 29 for this one from the A sheet, which are down here somewhere. Ah, here we go, 27 and 29. So 27, which is the left one again on the sheet, goes over here. And then 29, I'm trying to keep it in camera, but it's kind of hard at times. Okay, so get this kind of straightish. It looks like, put it up like this, and there are two pieces back here that you kind of just fit it into. So straighten that out, and we just fit them in. Now we need G. Ooh, the G. So see, here it is, G. The dark blue. So it needs G1, which are both of these two right here. And on each G1 is a 5. So we're going to do one at a time. So there is a knee, kind of a little area right there, and that is where the red is going to go. So before we put it in, I'm going to just go ahead and put the sticker on. It's a red triangle. So I'm hoping this is a... So I haven't really done this kind of stream before, so I'm hoping this is a good stream, like, idea, and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it. It looks like these attach in right here. Yeah, they're meant to click in. So we've got that clicked in on this one. So now we go ahead and go back to our sprue and grab the second one. But yeah, I'm hoping everyone is enjoying this kind of stream. I am going to try to do more. Wow, I'm already up to an hour. Yeah, I used to be faster at these, but now that I'm also trying to deal with the wind in the room, I used to do this when I had shorter hair. Hold on. There we go. Had to. Okay, so I'm gonna try it this time with post clarity of that's gonna go on there, and then just kind of put the sticker on from there. And there is one last sticker. I don't know where it goes, but it's a pretty big black one, and it looks like it bends. Okay, so that was rather annoying. Okay, so got it on there. Just kind of pat it down with the tweezers. Alright, now we need F. No, we needed the F1 anyways. So F, and we need 6. Nope, 8. 8. So 8's these ones down here again. I don't see the sticker coming up for a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and cap my tweezers. Put them to the side with the mold line remover. So we're going to grab 8 off of here. One on each of these. Alright. Oh, I forgot to actually change that to say building. Why is there 2 keys now set to that? So, I'm looking over and I'm getting annoyed because my keyboard, it's a very old keyboard at this point, but now 2 of the keys on it are red instead of the purple that I have it set to. And I don't know why. Alright, so it looks like the 2 clicky bits right here actually go to the bottom, and you have to click this in, it looks like right here. I think that's what it says. It looks like it says it clicks in. I think it clicked in. I'm assuming because it's not wanting to come back up easy. So that's right here. See, now that one actually made a click, but they both look like they're accurate. Okay. So the next one is A28 and A26. Which left and right again, so. The easy way I tell people, because they've seen me do this little like bend trick and it not come off with any sprue piece, it's because of how flimsy those connectors are as opposed to this one. This was a thicker one. That thicker one always is going to need sprue cutters. It's always going to need a set of cutters. Alright, so next we bring this up and we put this on right here. There we go. And then this one as well. There we go. And then E15, okay, so E sheet, that is over here. That's the blue sheet. I'm gonna need it for the next 2 pieces, so both of them need E15s right here, right beside the part of the cape. These have a similar thing with this. The other 2 pieces were a bit thicker, so you just do that and then break it off. So it looks like, so looking at from the front, okay, so I'm gonna have to grab my light again. Okay, so you want it to have the 3 holes, but you want these 2 to be towards the red. So, yeah, because you line it up with the red inside. So you line it up and then just click it in. And then do the same on this one. The next is E16s. Now, considering those were 15s, they should be around the same area. Right there. Looks like all 3 of these could be hard point ones, but I think the last one on each one, yeah, nah, those are all 3 thicker points. So at that point, you want to snip all 3 points of contact. And these actually go like so, and go right over this part right here where the sticker was. Neither of them made a click noise that time. Okay. So the next piece is a piece where we're making a foot. So parentheses will go this side. So And if anyone's wondering, I'm over here on this page now. I'm just not trying to move it to where it's going to get in my way. So I got to use A31 and A30. Oh, they're down here at the very bottom of the sheet. All three of them are going to need snipped. Lord Bob the Builder, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Vampire Army. There we go. Alright, so there's those. Yep. Don't remember which one I snipped first. If I snipped 30 or they're supposed to be interchangeable. I was doing it so well, and then I just, oh well. Good thing they're interchangeable. Okay, then we need B13s right up here. Oh no, Bob, it's not just Rose. I'm only building Rose right now, but the backlog is also Maxter and Dragon. Just to stop for a second on what I'm doing to show. Move that over there. Maxter. Dragon. And I'm going to be building them in release order, which is why Rose is out first. A little bit of extra flash on this one. Clip that off. Alright, there we go. Ah. Okay, so that one's... Oh, wait a minute. Those have a unique... Okay, so the second... The half moon has to be... Okay, so I have this backwards. The half moon that is right there on the the gray piece needs to go back to the other side. So we're just going to use our mold line remover to kick it out. There we go. And flip it over. There we go. Always good to have a mold line remover. Just to kind of push pieces if you need to. So that one. And then we'll do this one right off the gate. So, like I said, it has to be like this. There we go. That works perfectly. Alright, then we need F6, which means I need the red sheet again. And 6 is the base of the foot, so it's these. All three of them are pretty sturdy contact points. So I need to clip all three instead of doing the twirl method. This is... I don't know how relaxing it is to watch, but it feels extremely relaxing when I haven't built a kit in months. And this also makes me happy because I'm going to be having the real grade Shining whenever it comes in June. So, makes me really excited for that. Okay, so the C part is next. So that is not any of these. Okay, it's one of these small sprues. Ah, it's a small black sprue. Okay, we haven't used this one yet. So we need C7 and C6. Ah, it's these two right here. Nice. What kits you got coming in? Okay. I think... Yeah, I see. But, yeah. If you don't mind me asking, Lord Bob, what kits you got coming in? There we go. That was a snug fit. Okay, and then similar on this one. There's a snug fit. Alright, and then a 25 and E17, a 34 E17. So we need A's and the E. E's the blue one. Okay. So go ahead and grab a 34 is right here. So that means 25 is right here. There's my clippers. So, okay, so this is one of the ones I can do this with. Snip the big one, push it a little bit, and then spin just slow and gently enough. A little bit of spruce still came off, but still good. Let's see. Motor Nuclear Zhao Yun, Magnolia White Dragon Horse, High Grade Psycho Gundam Mark II. I actually just learned about that Gundam, thanks to the app game, the new one, SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. I actually just saw Psycho Gundam 2, and it looks... There's a lot of Gundams, because Mobile Fighter G will always be my first and foremost favorite, but I'm starting to learn about a lot more Gundams. I'd already known about Unicorn, RX-7802, Strike, a little bit about Freedom, Gundam Wing, and I'm starting to learn more, so I didn't even actually know there was one called Psycho Gundam until recently. And in Era Plus, Thunderbolt 2.0 Manta Assault Equipment version. Ooh, that's a fancy sounding one. Okay, so 17s, these parts right here. Those are thick pieces. All need snipped. But yeah, that's a fancy one. Considering, let's see, that sounds like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kits, or four or 5 kits, 4 kits probably. That must have cost 3 kits. Oh, okay, so the Motor Nuclear Zhao Yun and Magnolia White Dragon Horse is 1 kit, I'm assuming. Because I was assuming there were 2. 2 parts, but yeah. Ah, okay. That's fair. So it's kind of like to akin it to these old the high grades. It's Master Gundam with Fu and Psyche. Okay. Yeah, I kind of akin stuff to some of the kits. Though, but 10 times more baller. I could believe it. I mean, it's hard to get more than him. Granted, he does have his upgraded form that you don't get to see until way later in the show, which we've never had a model kit of. Because it's, oh, what was it? It's him combining with like 3 other Gundams. And I would love to see it get an actual kit, but I know it's not going to happen. Okay, so then this goes on back here like so. Ah, has to come from the top. Okay. And then it connects in right here. honestly, I'm excited. Those kits do sound good. I'm excited for June for Real Grade Shining Gundam, and I'm excited for more of the P Bandai stuff because with the way they were hinting this and just the way they describe these whenever you look at the descriptions online, I already know the next kit. Because of course, we've got Rose, we've got Maxter, we've got Dragon. Neo Russia's Bolt Gundam is next. Because they mention in one of the descriptions that they are doing the Shuffle Alliance. Yeah, Bandai's kind of hitting a low point. But uh, if you haven't gotten one before, the real grade that they did for God Gundam is actually pretty well made, and I do think at least if you go to the real grade sector for, and the fact that they're bringing back a bunch of older Gundams to new kits, I think they're trying to come back at least. Yeah, it is the best posing kit from Bandai so far, and honestly, that's why I'm excited for Shining Gundam, because Shining's is a real grade, and I'm just, besides the fact of the love for Mobile Fighter G, because I've got an old, I think this is an old high grade Dragon and a SD Shining. Plus, I have a bunch of the high grades, anyways. I mean, yeah, there, there's always gonna be better kits. I mean, I've got a kit that has more articulation than that, but I don't remember where I put that one. It was a full mechanics uh, Gundam Barbados Lupus Rex. And yeah, the Transformers. I've seen the Transformers kits. I don't have any of them. Honestly, the ooh, drop that. Uh, I will admit the full-on only reason that I have that full mechanics, the game store I was going to had just started getting into Gundams, and I I helped out. I volunteered and worked at the store, so I knew a bit about Gundams. We got that kit in. We did not order it. So they kind of looked at me and they're like, "What do we do with it?" And after a while, I just kind of bought it. NG IBO 1100 full mechanics. Second season of the IBO kits. Huh. Cool. Let's see. Looks like I put it like this. Yeah, like this a little bit. And then put this in here to match up. Where does it need to go? In here. Ah, there we go. Full mechanics line? No, I had Barbados Lupus Rex from before that. Unless I'm remembering it wrong, I swear I had it before 2021 because I haven't been back to that game store since 2020. A no grade line? Hmm. Let me see if I can find it on my phone real quick. Gundam Barbados Lupus Rex. I think it was a 1/100th kit. That's the only problem. I don't remember. Model kit. Let's see if I remember the box more than anything. That's the problem. So, huh? This one does not show the box. Thank you, Amazon. You have disappointed me once again. And of course, that's stupid thing. Stop trying to... Apple. Yeah, Bandai is kinda bad at naming stuff. Uh, huh. Yeah, here it is. Because, here it is. Uh, the camera is very bad at... I'm not good with this camera, still. But yeah, this is the kit, because it's a 1/100th. It says, full mechanics at the top, yeah. Because I was just like, we got it in, and yeah, it's got full mechanics right underneath the 1/100. The whenever cause we got it in, we were expecting an RX 7802 or an RX 782 because someone actually wanted to buy that. And when we got Lupus Rex, they were kind of disappointed, so they didn't want to buy it. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I mostly just build the series I like. I've very rarely branched out from Mobile Fighter G. I've got, I think, one Gundam Wing over there that I don't remember what it is, actually. I've built two of the Digimon kits, War Greymon and Metal Garurumon. I've built an SD kit, old high grades, some, of course, the God Real Grade, which I need to get the light up kit to make it look really good. I had thought at one point of getting the high grade of the beam things that they for the ring. FRS kits are nice. FRS kits? I just felt a little bit of sprue. Don't know why I didn't feel that earlier. There we go. Or a little bit of flash. Oh, the figurized standards. It shows. I'm used to just calling them figurized standards, so yeah, I didn't even think about that for abbreviation. Yeah, I love them. I've built, I think a Gogeta. Yeah, I think Gogeta Blue. I think I've got a Goku. I still don't have the kit I want of Dragon Ball, but it is what it is. He is kind of starting to become a better liked character amongst the fans, even though he's a complete total asshole. All the Yugi kits, yeah. Oh, speaking of the Yugi kits, I'll stop what I'm doing with these for a second. I do have those. I've actually got the box, which actually put some Yu-Gi-Oh cards in it, because the other kit I have, which we bought these on Amazon when I did it, is the puzzle itself. In all its majestic glory. I want them to finish. I want them actually to do more of these with the rest of the Millennium items, so that I could have a build kit like wall that has all of the Millennium items in their spots from where they like show them off in the show in the little in that big tomb thing. I would love to do that, but I know that some of them would just be like a couple pieces. They wouldn't be too big, which is kind of annoying, but I would still like them. I've seen Exodia, I've seen Blue Eyes, I've seen Blackluster Soldier. I haven't actually got them. I'm trying to think. it's the same with Digimon. I have War Greymon and Metal Garurumon, non-amplifieds. Um, and I'm wanting like Pyldramon amplified, Imperial Dramon Paladin mode amplified. Raw just dropped. Oh man, I hadn't seen that Raw dropped. I remember Exodia being out, and I knew, like, I saw them starting to make the statues, so I was like, oh, cool, they're probably not going to touch the God cards, but hearing that Raw just dropped, oh, that makes me go, oh, because I'm like, Raw dropping means they'll probably try to hit all three gods. Did they already hit one besides Raw? Because I don't remember. 23. Okay, so 23 is over here. That's one that can get messed up. Ooh. Ooh, that's definitely one that can get messed up if you don't be careful. Okay. Because there's, of the three gods, I know for the statues I'd seen Obelisk, and I think Slifer, and then they made Raw last. And I didn't know if they were doing similar with the build kits. I hadn't seen any of them, but if Raw just dropped, I'm honestly surprised. Actually, I'm actually surprised that they don't have one of the easiest ones to put as a build kit would be XYZ Dragon Cannon, like the big mech combiner Kaiba did. I don't know why. I think it hasn't been said that it's a kit. I wouldn't be surprised if it is, and I just didn't know it. But I knew I saw like Blackluster Soldier, Exodia Amplified, um, and then of course the Millennium Puzzle in the box, which I have. And I need to grab my charge cord for my headset because my headset's dying. Good thing I wasn't moving around too much. Okay. So, like this. Oh wait, no. I had that upside down. So this goes in like that. Playmax monster figure. I might be. I don't remember. So I randomly see some of these on the websites that I go on for getting models. So I usually use USA Gundam Store, and I've seen them on there before. Why is this not lining up right? Oh, maybe it's because I'm probably not lining it up with the right spot. There we go. Now it's lining up. Maybe if I actually lined it up better. Okay, let me grab my keyboard, because I thought I had seen... okay, this is going to be a bit awkward to use, because... Okay, USA Gundam Store. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Just going to type in Yu-Gi-Oh! And, of course, it immediately does me dirty like that. No, I need to, if I remember, Yu-Gi-Oh! Because otherwise it just pulls up a Nendroid. Okay, no, there is an Obelisk already. No. Let's see. No, Sky Thunder is something else. There was a statue. Where is it? Here they are. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters Ichiban Show They had a Slifer the Sky Dragon, Egyptian god figure, Obelisk the Tormentor, and a Winged Dragon of Ra. On USA Gundam Store, so Obelisk's build kit is big, or holy cow, he's on pre-order. I'm looking at him now because I didn't actually know that they had him, and he's my favorite god card. Oh, Zeus. I actually don't know Zeus. Like, looking at this monster, I don't know this monster. Zeus Sky Thunder. Huh. I don't recognize the monster. That's the weird thing. I reckon. But yeah, seeing Obelisk. Yeah, see Blue Eyes. Raw. There's Raw, which USA Gundam Store has him right now. There's Amplified Blackluster, Amplified Exodia. That's Amplified Blue Eyes. And then most of the rest of this looks like it's SH figure art stuff. Or some other stuff. Even Ichiban Show. Yugi and New. The Zeus Sky Thunder's newer Yu-Gi-Oh? Is what you're saying with that, I'm assuming? Okay, back to what I was doing with this. A21. Because if new kit, okay. Because like the monster itself, I don't recognize either. That's the problem. Because I kind of stopped at kind of 5Ds for Yu-Gi-Oh. Pre-order drops in October. That's not bad. I can see on USA Gundam Store it's 105 for pre-order on their site. Normally 120. Figure-Eyes Obelisk looks like he's 92 right now instead of 95. E14. Okay, so oh, it's the cape. Wait, what? No, that can't be right. Oh no, that's E13. E14's down here. It's a very small piece. There we go. But yeah, that's, I mean, them dropping in October is nice. Dropped a pre-order on Description Quality, Subtotal War of the Gods, Fuxi Sky Class Deluxe Edition. Whew. That is a mouthful of a name. Well, that's good, because I don't know what that. I'm not even about to say, without bringing the keyboard back over here, I'm not even going to try that. Alright, so let's see. Got past this page, so I can. Okay, now I need to open up the kit, or open up this. Drag 28 long. Wow. That's yeah, that is kind of stupidly big. Alright, there's the two legs. Now 19 and 22 from A. Okay, these two. Let's see. Oh, I could have just snipped that one and then did the spin instead. And because of that, I got flash. Of course. But yeah, 28 inches in length. Wow, that's. I know it's probably not the biggest model kits that are out there, but I'm just surprised at times by them. Because mine don't get anywhere near that size. Only $60 for a pre-order. Huh. D1, D5. That's not terrible for $60 pre-orders. That's not terrible at all. It's a lot better than what I paid for these. I'll say that now at least. Thanks to scalpers and everything, Maxter and yeah. But yeah, Maxter and Rose are a little expensive. Alright, each of these got a little bit of flash on them still. So, let me just... Kang Toys dropping banger okay. I'm gonna have to look them up. Because I've been looking for more than just Bandai recently. Since Bandai has random good time. Since, honestly, until August, they still have Dragon Gundam running as a pre-order on P Bandai. So I don't know when Bolt Gundam's going to go for pre-order. Because, like I said, I am anticipating that is the next one, is Bolt. Just a hunch in my head that it's going to be the next one. Alright, so that's the G-sprue done. Let's see, put that over here where the plastics are. And then, let's see, D6. Okay, this up here. Third party and new studio IP is making Bandai look like Hasbro past. Yeah. I mean, a lot of things have been making companies look bad. Third party GK style Hi-Nu 172 Sky Defender. That sounds impressive. A1. Okay, so that was what I was missing from it attaching. Here it is. Inches tall, 1,108 parts. Man, it sounds like a puzzle. 1,000 pieces. Ugh. Yeah, it definitely sounds kind of like more of a puzzle than a model kit almost. That front pieces. China specials and bootlegs. I believe it. Alright, so we've got Rose. I'm going to have to take the saber off his side just to be able to lay him down. Got him most of the way up there now. Alright, looks like the next part is his arm stuff. So, D14. Okay, there it is. Two E11s. looks like. Put it like that. E is my blue sheet? Yeah, that's the blue sheet. And the 11s are these. I'm honestly impressed. Although, like, Bandai has gone down a bit, like, I'm still impressed by the quality on these high grades for Mobile Fighter G. And beyond, like, Bolt Gundam coming in, the hope that I have, Gundam Spiegel, aka, as it's also known, Shadow Gundam. Yeah. I honestly, a lot of stuff changing made me happy, and these kits are really good. I'm hoping they just keep making good kits, because I'd love a good Bolt Gundam. It needs to be sturdy. And then, of course, Gundam Spiegel, because you gotta have your Ninja Boy. And so I need 2d8s. Ah, here they are. Very tiny pieces. Beyond Spiegel, I would love to get a Gundam, to one of the specific Gundams from Mobile Fighter G. Actually, I'd love the set. Is the ABS, PS, and Palm invented by Bandai. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know specifically why. Okay, those were the D8. Oh, I need E12s, not C. I don't know why I have the C sheet. I need E12. Two of them. But yeah, I'm hoping for the shuffle, the rest of the shuffle alliance, the actual shuffles. So Joker, Spades, Jack, Queen, uh, Joker. What was it? It was Ace, Joker, Jack, Queen, and then I want them to actually make, because it's in a Build Fighter series, I want them to make Shuffle Heart, Master Asia's previous Gundam, because I would love to get a kit of that. It's in the new Gundam mobile game they made for SD, and they use it as the precursor to Shining in the development stages. And each of the Shuffle members are precursors to their who takes their crest, which I found kind of neat. So I would love to see them with these new, the KPS stuff. I would love to see them. Honestly, if they didn't do this premium stuff, I would have loved to have seen Hyper Mode God Gundam, but they've already put that one out, and Hyper Mode Master Gundam. They made a kit for those and didn't make it to where you could get them easily. It was also years ago, so it might have been before they did the KPS. Honestly, a reissue of that kit would be nice, because I guarantee there are so many people that didn't. It was before it. Yeah. Honestly, I guarantee there was so many people that didn't know that that kit existed, though. Because it feels like some of the kits just didn't get because they were the premium ones, they didn't get enough love, in my opinion. Death Beast, uh, Death Beast really didn't get love. The two hyper modes did not get love. Uh, Ro- Using Premium Bandai's website has made it to where they've gotten love. Like Rose got love. They were 2014. And let's see, it was the hypers. Yeah, the hypers. I would love to see. I'm trying to remember all of them. I have them on one of my tabs. Here they are. I have all the high grade future centuries. Yeah, Death Beast. Death Beast didn't get love. Rose, Maxter, and Dragon have gotten love. But that's because they put them on P Bandai, like, a bit better. A bit... I don't know if it was better showing to people. I don't know. It just feels like they got more love than the Gold Hypers did. Which is odd, because the Hyper kits, I would assume they would be good kits. Because that was 10. And then to match up with 10, I need E5. So I need this one right here. And then C8. These over here. The reason you have PB USA is because Bandai has a monopoly now. Bluefin used to have sole distribution in the Americas. Bought them out, shut them down. Now we only get what Bandai decides. Yeah, and it's kind of annoying. I will admit it is very annoying because there are so many things I would love to have. Well, mainly these kits I would love to have better, but I know there are other people that some of their kits would be like better off if we had some of the other stuff. It wouldn't just be a win for me if Bandai actually put more stuff out there. It'd be a win for everybody. But, you know, so far the only one... I believe that entirely, actually. Just on the sole thing of, yeah, everything with Mobile Fighter G, I completely believe that. Because I still don't... Death Beast apparently was a thing, and I still don't remember it. I got the Death Army, but I didn't get Death Beast. And then, of course, the Gold Hypers. I still can't get a Nobel Berserker. That one just... It eludes me. It very much eludes me. Because the promo kits, Subway Train color kits are not even known in the... Wow. Huh. Well, I know a lot of the kits that, like, the main US knows seem to be just, like, basic cars. Which never really piqued my interest. I think I tried one where you had to screw down stuff. One third of the kits, man. That's rough. Okay, I still have not used that last sticker, and I'm kind of Okay, now I'm weirded out. Let me... I'm going back on the kit first. Okay. That's where I used those stickers. Have I seriously not used that one sticker yet? Ah, I see where it's get used at. Okay. I was kind of getting worried because I was like, wait, why have I not used that yet? There we go. Hopefully we start getting more. I don't know if we get them, but I know the new Gundam series has been putting Gundam to the forefront again. The what is it? G-Quux, I think is what it's called. Oh, that's how how Americans call it, is G-Quux. Or no, even in the sub, I think that's how they pronunciate it. I've played with the gun, of course. Again, just that app game. I've played with the Gundam on it, and I've played with Red Gundam, and I've gotten the characters. I my main issue with it is that they went back, and this is apparently I've seen a lot of posts online that this is the main issue everyone has, is that they went back to Mobile Suit Gundam and then just branched the timeline from there instead of going in a new direction. A lot of people are kind of not too happy that they went back because everything seems like it's just a branch, and it's just slowly getting on people's nerves. Oh yeah, the Bionicle face. Well, I think all three of the Gundams I've seen have Bionicle face, because there's a White Gundam, which is meant to be RX 7802 in their version, Red Gundam, and White Gundam, Red Gundam, and then G-Quux, and all of them seem to have Bionicle face. Yeah, it is. You're not wrong on that. You're completely right. It is just their version of a what if. But not a lot of people actually are just saying it is because it is, they want to just get away from the references to Amuro Ray, Char, and all that. Some people just don't like them as much. I'm like, I didn't care. I I knew about RX 7802, but beyond that, I'm like, eh. I didn't know much else about Gundam. That sector of Gundam. The new app has taught me a lot, and I now have an appreciation for it. But at the same time, I'm also like now kind of annoyed that not the right one. What do you mean? I don't know what I said that you mentioned. You said not the right one too. That's my bad on that. Oh, yeah, RX 78 too. I kind of I always that one's okay. That's a me thing. I kind of usually just put O2 instead of saying 2. It's a weird. Ugh. I need to stop, but sometimes it's like it just. Mm. Yeah, they do. I mean, considering, and this is my knowledge from that app again, they named the next upgrade off of it G-3 Gundam. I, and all it was taking the paint off of White Gundam or RX-78-2 and giving it two big cannons. Like, that's the only difference I saw, and I was like, that's all you did to it. You gave it cannons. And stripped its paint. I mean, some of the names are good, like Gundam Epion. Epion's a good name. I mean, I do like the dub for Burning Gundam, but would prefer God Gundam. Uh, Tequila Gundam. Doesn't. It was equipped with a learning computer. That way, it didn't. It different. Don't translate to. Oh. Okay. Uh. Yeah. Tequila Gundam. Devil. I liked Devil Gundam, but Dark Gundam is fine, I guess. Or no, was it Devil Gundam or Death Gundam? Either way, there was one of those two, and I kind of forget half the time because it was either way it was one of those. Why did you change this? Yeah, yeah. It, uh, it's U.S. censorship of religion, and it's annoying. It's in many animes. I have harped on that every time I go into the Digimon sections. Oh, I harp on it so much. Because while I love, and I do mean love, Digimon as a franchise, the fact that we had to uh, censor, which I don't. Oh, let's see. Allow that. Yeah, I know. They there's a lot of things they changed due to religion, like moms in the religion sector, because what was it? Digimon did it. Digimon's done it a few times. Bomber Nannymon into Citramon in season 5. Uh, the one that annoys me the most because, well, it makes me happy the most because Japan literally looked at them and said, you know what? Okay, we're gonna do this now. Was Sistermon CL? Yeah. Wait, they have rules on the word ninja? Teenage Mutant. That sounds completely different then. Like, that's a different connotation. Or, I don't know if it's connotation. Different idea comes to mind. Then Raphael is not Raphael without those. That is no. That also doesn't make sense at that point. Wait, did they also take Leonardo's katanas away? Like, huh. Okay, might as well just wait until I grab that last piece that's gonna hold that together. Okay, A5 is the next piece okay, fold that back out like this. I did that. Okay. Okay, so A5 banned. Like, a few of them were banned, or just like the size were banned as a weapon, or they were banned as in for that toy. I'm assuming. Because yeah, like my brain thinks that oh the word ninja was banned, or the size. My brain's just trying to think through. Oh, wow. I that's dumb. That's dumb. They wonder why Western audiences actively mock them for, like, certain Western audiences mock other countries for stuff. It's because of stuff like that. I mean, we have our own peculiarities. Why is this not pushing down fully? Is it fully pushing down? There we go. Edit out guns, put vegetable. Oh yeah, I do remember that. I remember that because the U.S. had that too for some reason. Didn't make sense because Digimon actually got around that ban. We weren't. Digimon wasn't allowed certain things, but it was allowed guns. But yet Pokemon got rid of an entire episode for guns, and then Yu-Gi-Oh made it into finger guns for like the first season. That is still one of the funniest things, is Kaiba just running out, jumping out a window, potentially falling to his doom because two guys pointed finger guns at him. And then Bandit Keith just doing the same thing to Pegasus, just finger gun. It's like, it's so dumb. Oh, I know. Every company's got their shadiness. Bandai's, I know a little. Bandai's, I love to mock. Because at one point I was going to do a overanalyzing Digimon and just go over the dub issues that they had with the first Digimon movie. And that might not have even been Bandai at that point, but I was still going to mock them for it. Because when Kari makes the worst statement in the world that isn't correct, oh, that explains why that doesn't look like it's fitting right. Because it's not. It should be going like this. I had that backwards. Ah, there we go. Matador Gape. Toys to figurines in 2017. The red blue label swap just to avoid toy safety laws due to small parts. I could see that. Alright, E7 right here. And I'm going to need E8 here in a second, so I'll go ahead and cut that out. Make Echo Plock hits so they can say they're a green tech company and get tax breaks. Yeah. Not surprised by that. And that's another sprue down. E8 can go right there for a second. C1. Ah, it's this one over here. Just kind of this one over here. Line it up and D7. Where's the D kit? There it is. Get yours, Bandai. Yeah. The PGU new? The new Gundam, I'm assuming is what you mean? Because I know there's a Gundam with like NU as the price point on it? What's the price point on it? Okay, time to grab my tweezers again for another sticker. Oh, finally the last sticker. Ah, took a minute to get off there. New announced Perfect Grade Unleashed new 650 pre-order. That is stupidly outrageous. That is, yeah, that is by and far stupidly outrageous. I'll say, what size is it? 1/100th or 1/72? $160. Huh. Even a 1/60th kit, that... Oh, that just... That feels weird saying that that would be ever that high. Alright, so let's see. Pop that shoulder on. Grab this one. Pop that shoulder on and bring his Matador cape down. Flip him over. Just meant to sit in there? It's not... Oh, no, I see it. Okay. Okay, I don't think it's back far enough. Ah, it moves its head and then it has to slide down. Okay. I didn't notice that on the thing. Then it attaches right there. Okay. So there is that. Gundam Rose looking good. Alright, now for the very, very clear blue pieces. Oh boy. Okay, that's an 8 sheet. ACB 2 sheet. Or no, is that ACB 5? ACB 5, okay. So ACB 5, I need 17. Good lord. These are a lot easier to see, but a lot harder. And these feel harder to snip almost. Okay, there's 17. And then I need an 18, which is right below it. Watch for the pieces I don't need to snip. Okay, there's 18. And then I need a 22 and 23, which is over here. These long pieces. Okay. Let's see. So let's see this like this, and then okay, so this one goes like this. Gotta look at where these lines are. Cause I think that's how it works. Or how that one's working. This one goes in here like so. Looks like it says it clicks, but I didn't hear it click. 23 and 160 scale. Math says after conversions. Huh. Yeah. There we go. So there's that one. And then I need 15-inch rookie numbers. Alright, I mean, everyone's got to start somewhere with that kind of stuff. When you finish the setup. Okay. There we go. Alright. Okay. Just like last time. Do that. And then Step up Creality CR Scan Ferret Pro 3D scanner. Nice. Okay, and then this, like so. Okay, so those are locking mechanisms. And then it wants this to connect in here. Okay. 0.1 millimeter. Nice. Alright. Okay, so there are two ACB 5s, or a 5 and a 6, it says. Here they are, 5 and 6. Oh, and 7 can be used for this part, depending on the desired angle. So I'll go ahead and just high gog first and making it into a 1/60th. Okay, that sounds like fun. Structural support, and then a cab BA. There's a cab BA 1 and 2 combined with separately sold action bases. Oh, okay. So there's 1 and 2. So you can do it with phone technically. I mean, yeah, but sometimes you just like doing stuff with different tools you can set up. I mean, technically you could, it's like saying with model kits, you can use any pair of clippers, but sometimes you just want to get a pair that you like my Citadels. I like them a lot. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach, this goes on the underside of the base somewhere. Where does this go? Oh, I have it facing the wrong way. Go ahead and just attach that base right there. And then ACAB 5, which was the big one. Clipper and broken piece of sidewalk height. Yeah, see? Like, there are all kinds of ways you could do stuff. It's just sometimes it feels good using tools that you've got. Like, I've got my Citadel clippers, my mold line remover, which I bought to help with building certain types of models. I wasn't thinking I would use them on Gundams ever, but I have. Did I put that in wrong? No. There is a piece that I did not snip. That's fair. I mean, but like I said, everyone's gotta start somewhere. I mean, I could have grabbed stuff I used for necklace making and used it. Do I? No. Because that's used in a completely different manner. If you don't have to, if you didn't have to render something for glue, are you really modeling? Eh. Okay, so there's that. Now I got him on the base, which, now that I've got him on the base, I can raise this and put his saber back on his side. Where are the little grooves? There's the little grooves. Okay, bring his arm back down. Oh, something just detached. Yeah. Just go ahead and do that and put his hand up for fun. I'm not the best at posing. So let's see. Next is his weapons. So, oh, it actually says you could grab the hilt off of this, which I just completely pulled apart. Just hit a, because it was just wanting to pull this part off, not the entire thing. Which is very weird, but I mean, it works. And then, oh, yeah, I think that's its name. I don't fully remember. SB6. Here it is. I found the light blue beam saber. Where is his hand? I put it over here in the box. Take off that. There. Alright, there's that. Extra saber keep. And I'll move these two little pieces out of here. Oh yeah, don't need the sticker sheet anymore. So I'll move that over there. Figure the next thing I'm going to be making is the rose bits. Okay. This is a weird section if I want to build it like this. So, okay, it looks like I take off these little capes, but leave the yellow part attached here. Okay, so I gotta make, I'll look at it in a sec. I gotta make 4 of these things. Okay, it's using the last 4 of the red piece, or it's using the last of the stuff on the F sheet, which are the rose bits, the rose bits fronts. So rose, 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 and rose. Okay, throw that over there. Then C5. Here they are. And C2, which to be genuinely really careful on these. Okay, and then huh. Alright, there's that in there. And then this goes in here. And there is one of the rose bit. Go ahead and just snip the other 3 of everything. I would say I'd build Maxter tomorrow, but I'm probably, I don't know. I might start off stream by building Maxter, but it won't be all of stream. Because I do have a collaboration tomorrow with a VTuber, Miss Zombie Pandemic. And we are going to be playing some Viscera Cleanup Detail. There's that. And then push that in there. Okay, that's 2 rose bits. Said to do this 4 times, so go ahead and build these up. And I'll go ahead and, while I'm thinking about it, the thing says to take these off, so okay, so there's BADC. It's a weird combo out of those, but okay. Okay. And the last rose bit made. So now, H6. Okay, so that's this sheet here. It's another one of the light blue sheets, but for some reason it had H on it. Okay, so H6. There we go. Okay. H6. And then when I've got that, I take A, so this one right here. Attach it. Okay. Attach it to here. And attach an H4. Okay, so H4. This one over here. That one right there. So very... Okay, so got that. And then I go in, it goes up from here to here, and then I grab one of the bits and attach it to it. So that's the A. Then I need H2. So that's here. Alright, gonna move you over for a minute, Rose. Okay, so H2 is right here. And which one of the long ones do I need with that? 7. So that's right here. Okay, so when I get 7, I grab D. Let me look again. Which one's D? Okay, this one back here. And I put it... Okay, so it's like this. It wants it like... Okay, why is it not syncing up? There it is. Okay, there it is. It's kind of wonky a bit. Yeah. Okay, and then there, and another rose bit on this one. So there's D. A and D have been used. So next is H5. And 1. And they go with B, which if I'm remembering from the sheet right, B is this tiny one. Okay, now I grab this, and it goes like so. Yeah, there it is. This goes, and I dropped it, up under here. Oh, there is, huh. I feel like there should be... Pulling that up. Okay, so it's gotta be like that then. But that doesn't make sense, because it says to go this way with it. So it's gotta be like this. And then rose bit. This is the only one that, like, it hasn't fit in as well into the shield, or into the, like, the cape arm. It's been a bit finicky with this one. Okay, so the final one, H8, it's the last two H pieces. Eh, it'll be fine. Alright, so now with this one, kind of go from, okay. Yeah, I know, I just kind of bomb jokes from time to time. Alright, there we go. And the final rose bit. Now I'm going to go back to this one for a second. I think I figured out... Okay, yeah, so... It is like that. So yeah, it's just this thing being slightly finicky. Okay, so... Now... let's see. Grab the big ones first. This one. And... I think it's this one. Oh, neither can I. Neither can I, but going to attempt. Let's see, I need the other two posing bits. So I can... Let's see. That's what I usually do. Like, God Gundam is just in a pose that I made. Or, well, it's trying to do a pose, but that's why I'm trying to at least do a little better with Rose. And then, let's see, this one attaches to this one. Put this one at the back behind him. Actually, put them both behind him. No. That's fair. Have a good one. maybe move the arm this way, twist the saber that way. There we go. Okay. That kind of works. Kind of need to move the arm back a bit. There we go. Alrighty. And I could also take his backpack off anytime I want. But I don't need to. Alright, so... he's done, but he has a lot more pieces. There is a lot here. Okay, let's see. Oh, the A sprue has been done for a while. And it looks like the B sprue has been done for a while too. I didn't even notice. But the ACB5 sprue actually has a lot more on it, which is interesting. They didn't mention anything about using any of these. So, I'm gonna keep them, but... So, everything that goes in the box is gonna be this. Let me just move rows real quick. Gonna be this blue sprue, the two little spacers that I don't use, and all the hands I don't use. And of course, instruction booklet. So, it's a lot slower than I'm used to. Used to doing these pretty quick. 3 hours though is not bad for a Gundam build. For Gundam Rose, I'm gonna go ahead and just push his box shut, move it to the side, and I am going to get a different angle on him real quick. If my camera wants to work with me. And, oh, hold on, let me flip the camera upside down. I forgot I have it vertical shifted from the way I usually hold it. And there he is. Oh, hold on. Yeah. There he is. Gundam Rose. Okay, so let's just shut that while I'm moving it back. So I've now got Gundam Rose, and I've got the little spacer, because I might put Gundam Maxter beside him, or Dragon Gundam. I'm not fully certain on that yet. So, I am going to get a picture of him to show, to throw up on the Twitter and the Blue Sky. So let me just grab my phone real quick. Oh, should put it over there. Really shouldn't have anything specific showing in the background, should I? Alright, I'll try to specifically make that to where it's not specific. But I can now put Rose up on the shelf. I need to move these. These probably actually need thrown away. Old set of peanut butter filled pretzels. Probably need to throw those away. I'll move old Mewtwo build model. Move my Loctite super glue, and I will put Gundam Rose in his new home. I felt like something. Oh, okay, he went over a screw because the shelf is part of the desk. He went over one of the screws up there. Alright. There we go. Oh wow, that's pretty dusty up there actually. Let me while I'm thinking about it real quick, wipe down up here. So yeah, like I said, didn't I didn't plan on completely building Gundam Rose today, but 3 hours of stream and completely building Gundam Rose, not bad. So, of course, that means what is the next build kit? I said it at whenever I mentioned it earlier. The next one in order is Neo America's Shining Star Gundam Maxter. Now, are we doing it today? No. I can take soothing all day long. I really can. But I want to spread out my love of these Gundams over a couple of streams, maybe more. So Gundam Maxter, I'm thinking we start him tomorrow, because we do have a little bit of time before the stream collab with Miss Zombie Pandemic. So what I'm thinking is we'll start stream around usual time, and whenever we do start stream, we are going to just be building Gundam Maxter. And then as it gets closer to time, we'll put Maxter away. Honestly, I might just play Oblivion. Actually, I think I should just play Oblivion. That way I can keep better track on the time, because I lost track of time with this. I did not realize that that one would take me 3 hours. But that is also because I was actively trying to I was trying to do certain things, and now I'm wondering if a certain area off to my side would be a better spot to do this from, but the cord length of my webcam is not that long. But either way, Maxter will be next, just not today. I need to take a small break from Gundams. Not too big. Trust me, I will be getting back into these very quickly. So, Rose is done, Maxter's next, and Dragon's on the horizon. So, with that being said, we are going to go... Let me... Oh, wow. We are going to YouTube end. Like I always do, I kind of let you guys do as you see fit. If you want to go raiding into somebody, please do. You're more than welcome to. Twitch end, I'm actually going to raid you guys out, so don't go anywhere. Do not go anywhere. I'm going to raid you out. And while, yes, there are a lot of people doing miniatures and models, we might do... Okay, again, I'm still thinking about if I want to do Maxter to start tomorrow, but I've got to time myself better. So I might only do an hour and a half, and then... Because if I started at 5, the stream with Zombie isn't until 7. So I will think about it. But for now, we are going to go raiding into said VTuber that I'm going to have the collab with tomorrow, Ms. Zombie Pandemic. So everyone over on Twitch, please get up, get ready. We gonna raid. Everyone that's on YouTube, thank you. Everyone that's on both, thank you for coming to the stream. I hope to see you guys again tomorrow when I'm probably going to start build on Maxter, and then go over to Viscera cleanup detail later in the night with Miss Zombie. So until then, take it easy everyone, and stay safe out there. Bye.